Good morning, lovely ladies. Um, okay, so I know a lot of you grew up in the church or in the mosque or temple, wherever you um, go to, wherever your house of worship is. But please just be careful because predators go anywhere they feel that there are vulnerable people who are going to trust them. Vulnerable kids who are going to trust them. But this one is sad in that it is not only her pastor, it is also her father that has been raping this little girl. But when the difference is with the black women that are in this, they rightly call him the monster that he is, and are glad that he has been arrested. And the sister of the victim is also calling other victims to come forth. But one other thing that I noticed about that is that one of the parishioners said that they knew sexual abuse was happening in that church for years, yet that church was still allowed to operate. For you all who are going to church, don't leave your kids, just leave them willy-nilly like that. Oh, they'll be fine. They're in the middle. And if you do and you decide you want to give them that leeway and trust, but have an open line of communication with them so they know what inappropriate touching is and they know that they can come to you, because there are predators everywhere. Everywhere.
I don't understand how you could do something like that to a child within your own daughter. I just don't understand.
Maya Maples broke down in tears as she told Pix 11 about the alleged sex abuse and rape of her little sister, just 14 years of age, allegedly by her own father, Matthew Gibson, the son of the bishop of Progressive Baptist Church of Brownsville. Maples said the sexual assault has apparently been going on for years, but she and her family only heard about it this past Wednesday when she noticed that her little sister was acting strangely.
And she just blurted it out. She just blurted it out to us that she said, my dad's been raping me since my mom died, which was 2012.
44-year-old Matthew Gibson was arrested on Thursday and charged with criminal sex abuse and forcible touching of a female victim between the ages of 9 and 14. The little girl's grandmother is so upset beyond words.
He's in jail right now. So you should rot in hell. You do this to your own child. How can a father do this?
The Maples family claims the sex abuse and assault of young girls at this church has been going on for years and involves others besides Gibson.
Talk to your children more. I feel pastors, anyone that's working with children should get background checked.
I need anyone that has been a victim to either one of these men to come forward so that we can help them, so that we can bring this man to justice, so that we can bring this church down, because this is not a church. This is a place of torment.
And she's right about that. Notice how they said that they knew this kind of crap was going on in this church for years. Notice that. This is what I'm talking about, the things that go on in the black community and nothing is done about it, even though they know it's happening. And another thing with these religious organizations is that they have some of the worst people going into these religious organizations with the worst backgrounds, and you don't know where they're coming from. Now they have to do is say, well, praise Jesus, or assalamu alaikum, or whatever other greetings you all use out there for your religious groups. All they have to do is that, and you all think they're holier than thou, and behind that is they're monsters, male and female, who use the church or the religious body, the temple, the mosque, as their hiding and playground to prey on the innocent children and women. I've seen it time and time again. So do not keep doing what the older generation have done. I am appalled that people knew that sexual abuse has been happening in that church for years and nobody did anything about it until this woman had the courage enough to say, no, that's my sister. You're supposed to be her father. You're supposed to be protecting her, not raping her. I'm going to follow up and see if they actually close down this building, because it'll be a damn shame if they know that children are being sexually abused in this church. Bunch of demons up in there. And they're allowed to, going back to people coming into the church and just being able to assume leadership position and, overtake a position with children when they could easily be sexual predators. Because there's no checks and balances in these religious organizations. No common sense or practical approach to doing these things to make sure that the children and the women are protected from predators who use these religious organizations as their playground. No background checks, because it's a religious organization and it's understood that you come into the body to clean yourselves up. But at least while they're cleaning themselves up, they shouldn't be having access to the vulnerable in that religious community. If you're going to have someone do a study group or after school kids program or teach a women's group, then there should be checks and balances. This, like other stories that we are going to see on this channel, because in order for you to realize that there is a lot that we need to heal from, you need to see that this dirt is not just in your community. It didn't just happen to you. It's widespread in the Black community across America and throughout the world.